This is a presentation explanation of the chapter of expense by Francis Bacon. Of expense is an essay written by Francis Bacon. Now, who was Francis Bacon? Francis Bacon was a political advisor to a king, and his political advisory, his philosophies are so profound and so well known that people still cite him when they need advice. सो ऑफ एक्सपेंस एक निबंध है जो फ्रांसिस बेकन ने लिखा है. फ्रांसिस बेकन एक राजा के राजनैतिक सलाहकार थे और उनकी फिलॉसफी और उनकी राजनैतिक सलाह लोग आज तक मानते हैं जब भी उन्हें किसी भी किस्म के मार्गदर्शन की ज़रूरत होती है. This essay deals with the concept of spending money and managing wealth. ये निबंध पैसा कैसे खर्च करते हैं और पैसे को किस तरीके से संभाल कर रखा जाता है इस बारे में आपको बताता है. The first point that the author raises is that there are two kinds of expenses. First is ordinary expense and second is extraordinary expense. ऑथर कहते हैं कि एक्सपेंस यानी खर्चे दो किस्म के होते हैं. पहला साधारण खर्चा, दूसरा असाधारण खर्चा. नाउ व्हाट इज एन ऑर्डिनरी एक्सपेंस? ऑर्डिनरी एक्सपेंस आर दोज विच वी डू एवरी डे एंड आर ऑफ लिमिटेड अमाउंट. ये वो खर्चे हैं जो हम रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी में करते हैं और जिनमें कम पैसा खर्च होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, पीपल बाय ग्रॉसरी, पीपल बाय क्लोथ्स, people buy different things which are used in our day-to-day lives. These expenses are not of greater amounts. These expenses are of less amount of money. So these expense come under the category of ordinary expense. रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी में लगने वाली चीज़ें जैसे राशन, जैसे कपड़े, ये वो चीज़ें हैं जो आप आए दिन खरीदते हैं, फ्रीक्वेंटली खरीदते हैं और इनके अंदर ज़्यादा पैसा खर्च नहीं होता. इन्हें सामान्य खर्चा कहा जाता है, ऑर्डिनरी एक्सपेंस कहा जाता है. Extraordinary expense are those which are rare and in which a lot of money is spent. In these kind of expense, what happens? People spend money in weddings, for example. People spend money in charity. People spend money, a lot of money in different functions. Now, these are known as extraordinary expense. These are very expensive affairs. In this, a lot of money is spent. Sometimes it is said that money is being thrown away. So, असाधारण खर्चा वो होता है जो बड़ा रेयर होता है, जो हर रोज़ नहीं होता, जो आए दिन नहीं होता, जो कभी कभी होता है और जिनमें बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा खर्च होता है. किसी की शादी से लेकर किसी दूसरे फंक्शन तक में किए गए खर्चे को असामान्य खर्चा माना जा सकता है. Author advises that extraordinary expense must be done only for nation or in service of God. This means that if you are going to spend a lot of money, please make sure that you are not spending money wastefully, that you are not spending money just for mere pleasure, that you are not spending money just for having fun. Do spend money, but do not spend it wastefully. Spend it only for the nation or for God. It means that do some charity for the nation, do something for the nation, or make some great assemblies, have rituals, donate to temples, churches, mosques. Do not waste your money, a lot of money, in things other than nation or God. लेखक का कहना है कि असामान्य खर्चे में आप बहुत खर्चा करते हैं, लेकिन ये खर्चा वेस्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. ये या तो देश की सेवा में किया जाने वाला खर्चा होना चाहिए या ईश्वर की सेवा में किए जाने वाला खर्चा होना चाहिए. आप राष्ट्रहित में अगर बहुत सारा पैसा चैरिटी में देते हैं तो इट्स एन एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी एक्सपेंस, वेल डन. और अगर आप भगवान के यानी किसी मंदिर, मस्जिद, चर्च के अंदर, गुरुद्वारे के अंदर पैसा डोनेट करते हैं, चैरिटी देते हैं, तो ये भी एक अच्छा खर्चा माना जा सकता है. Now, Bacon says that extraordinary expense must be limited to one's income. It means that if you are earning only 10,000 rupees less, let's say that if you are earning only 10,000 rupees per month, do not spend more than 10,000 rupees. There is a saying in Hindi, जितने चादर उतने पैर फैलाए जाने चाहिए. One should try to live in one's own means, within one's own means. यानी whatever you earn, you should not spend more than that. जितना आप कमाते हैं उससे ज़्यादा खर्चा आपको ऑर्डिनरी एक्सपेंस में नहीं करना चाहिए. Now, Bacon tells us about how to manage our own money. So, the first point is that spend only half of your income if you want to become financially stable. If you want to become financially stable, it means if you are right now satisfied with the kind of money you have, if you neither have any desire to become rich nor do you want to become poor, nobody wants to become poor. So, for that, do one thing. If you earn 10,000 rupees, I am again saying, let's say you earn 10,000 rupees, do not spend more than 5,000. Save half of it. If you will save half of it, save half of it, the saved money will be helpful for you in future. You might face different problems in life where you would need money. At that time, instead of getting loans, instead of getting into debt, you can use the saved money, so you will not become poor, because a person becomes poor only because of debt. तो लेखक कहते हैं कि अगर आपको जिस स्थिति में आप हैं, जिस आर्थिक स्थिति में आज आप हैं, अगर आप उसमें बने रहना चाहते हैं, ना आपको अमीर होने की ज़्यादा कोई इच्छा है और गरीब होने की इच्छा तो किसी को होती ही नहीं है, तो जितना आप कमाते हैं उसका केवल आधा खर्च करें, आधा बचा के रखें. इस तरीके से यदि आपके जीवन में कोई आपदा आएगी तो आपको किसी से पैसा लेकर, उधार लेकर कर्जे में डूबने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. आपका बचाया हुआ पैसा आपको उस समय बचा सकेगा. Next point is that spend only 1/3 of your income if you want to grow rich. If you want to become rich, if you are not satisfied at what you are right now, at whichever financial position you are right now, if you want to become better, then do not spend even half of the money you get. Spend only 1/3 of the money. If you earn 9,000 rupees, spend only 3,000, save the rest 6,000, use that money later on in investments. In that way you will be able to become rich. अगर आपको अमीर होना है, एक धनाढ्य व्यक्ति बनना है, तो आपके पास जितनी आमदनी है उसका केवल 1/3 हिस्सा आप खर्च करें, 2/3 आप बचा के रखें. उसे आप बाद में कहीं इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, कोई बिजनेस खोल सकते हैं, किसी ना किसी तरीके से आप अमीर बन सकते हैं, आप धनाढ्य बन सकते हैं. Next point that Bacon raises is that no one should avoid checking their accounts. Managing money mein, this is one of the most important points in managing money, that you should not be afraid of checking your own accounts. What is the meaning of this? Everybody should maintain an account, of a monthly account of what expenditure I am making, how much money am I spending. Everybody should try to become the steward of your own expenses. Even the richest of people should not think that it is below them to check their expenses. अमीर से अमीर व्यक्ति को भी ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि अपना खर्चा देखना उसके लिए कोई छोटी मोटी बात है. उसे उसको बड़े सम्मान से देखना चाहिए और बड़े religiously, very religiously a person should check his own expenses. अपना हिसाब बही खाता मेंटेन करना हर व्यक्ति की जिम्मेदारी है खुद के प्रति. Next point is that some people don't like to check their accounts because they are afraid that the pitiful state of their finances can break their heart. Some people are so much afraid, so much fearful that if they will check their accounts, they will find that, oh my God, I am lacking so much money. I have only this much money, and that would make them tensed. That would break their heart. So these people try to avoid checking their accounts. कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं जिन्हें हर वक्त ये डर रहता है कि अगर उन्होंने हिसाब चेक किया तो उन्हें पता चलेगा कि उनके पास तो बहुत कम पैसा बचा है, तो उनका दिल टूट जाएगा. तो इस चीज़ से बचने के लिए वो अपना हिसाब चेक ही नहीं करते. तो ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. वन शुड बिकम स्ट्रॉन्ग फ्रॉम द हार्ट. ओके, यू शुड, बट यू नीड टू फाइंड योर वूंड्स टू हील देम. जब तक आप आपके जख्मों को ढूंढेंगे नहीं, आप उन्हें ठीक नहीं कर पाएंगे. हियर इट मीन्स दैट अनलेस यू सी योर अकाउंट, यू वोंट बी एबल टू सी इफ यू आर डूइंग राइट इन लाइफ और नॉट, एंड वेयर यू आर स्पेंडिंग टू मच मनी, वेयर यू नीड टू कंट्रोल, वेयर यू नीड टू इन्वेस्ट मोर. इन दिस वे यू कैन सेव योर मनी. Next point that is being raised by Bacon is that some people do not actually have the time to check their accounts. They might have businesses which don't spare enough time to sit at accounts. It is a very true concern. Many people have such vast businesses that they do not have the time to check their own accounts. कई लोगों का इतना बड़ा व्यापार होता है कि उनके पास समय ही नहीं होता accounts देखने के लिए. Then what should such people do? Such people should hire employees to do the work of checking accounts. ऐसे लोगों को कुछ लोग रखने चाहिए जो उनका अकाउंट मेंटेन करें, चेक करें. आज की तारीख में these people are known as CAs, chartered accountants, and other people can also manage your accounts, but these people should be loyal and should be changed regularly. These people should not be those whom you doubt. These people should be those whom you trust, and these also should be changed regularly. Bacon does not have very bright ideas about employees. He says that employees will be deceitful, they will deceive you at any point of time. Hence, change your servants regularly. Only new servants are nervous and they do not deceive. Only new servants are timid, they will try to be careful, they will not try to exploit you. But once an employee grows experienced in your firm, once an employee under you gets to know you, that person will know how to make a fool out of you. That's why Bacon advises us to keep on changing our servants every once in a while. बेकन कहते हैं कि अगर आप खुद का हिसाब नहीं देख सकते तो आप एम्प्लॉयज़ रखिए, और एम्प्लॉयज़ के बाद वो कहते हैं कि एम्प्लॉयज़ को भी आप रखिए, उन्हें जिन पर आपको विश्वास हो, और विश्वास होने के बावजूद आप उनको थोड़े थोड़े समय में बदलते रहें. एम्प्लॉय जितना पुराना होता चला जाएगा वो उतना कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाएगा, और जितना वो कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाएगा उतने चांसेस बढ़ जाएंगे कि वो आपको धोखा दे सकता है. Next, he says that one should be vigilant, one should be careful, one should save their money from being exploited by one's servant. It means that if you have servants, do not let your servants exploit your money. How to be careful? So he says that if money is given to servants to buy anything, the servant should be told to collect bills and present account of expenditure. It should be taken care of that the money spent is lesser than what was estimated earlier. I have mistyped earlier as easier here, so please avoid the S. So Bacon is saying that if you are giving any amount of money to your servants, make sure that they do not spend the entire amount and that they render an account. बेकन कहते हैं कि आप अपने नौकरों को अगर पैसा देते हैं खर्चा करने के लिए किसी चीज़ के ऊपर, तो इस बात को सुनिश्चित कीजिए कि नौकर पूरा पैसा खर्च करके ना आ जाए, जितना हिसाब लगाया उससे कम ही खर्चा हो, साथ ही में वो बिल लाकर आपको दे. नौकरों पर पूर्णतः विश्वास नहीं करना चाहिए. Next, he says that if one spends much money on one thing, lesser should be spent on another. If a person is plentiful in one kind of expenditure, if a person spends a lot of money on one thing, that person should try to save on other things. For example, if you spend a lot of money on food, spend very little on clothes. If you spend a lot of money on furniture and interiors of your house, spend very little on the stable of the horses. अर्थात अगर आप किसी एक चीज़ में ज़्यादा खर्चा करते हैं तो दूसरी चीज़ में खर्चे को रोकें, सेविंग्स करें. अगर आप खाने में बहुत खर्चा करते हैं तो कपड़े पे कम खर्चा करें. अगर आप घर के अंदर जो है फर्नीचर बड़ा महंगा लगाते हैं तो घोड़ों के अस्तबल पे कम खर्चा करें. हर जगह अगर आप खर्चा करते चले जाएंगे तो आपको कंगाल होने से कोई नहीं रोक पाएगा. Nobody would be able to save you from bankruptcy if you keep on spending money carelessly in everything. Talks about hasty selling. This is the last point of this chapter. He says that what would happen, sometimes people get into debt due to their bad money habits, investing into businesses carelessly, gambling, wasteful expenses, etc. So Bacon says that people have bad money habits. It is natural. Some people spend their money carelessly. Some people get excited over business ideas and they put their money into it. Some people gamble money. Some people have other wasteful expenses. तो लोग कर्जे में आ जाते हैं. लोग कर्जे में क्यों आते हैं? क्योंकि उनके बड़ी खराब आदतें होती हैं. वो अलग अलग व्यापारों में बिना सोचे समझे पैसा लगा देते हैं, व्यापार डूब जाता है. वो जुआ खेल लेते हैं. वो अलग अलग किस्म के ऐसे खर्चे करते हैं जो उन्हें नहीं करने चाहिए. सो नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस, दिस पर्सन गेट्स इनटू डेट एंड देन पीपल ट्राई टू सेल देयर possessions to come out of debt. A person who is under debt is very tensed, is very worried. So what does that person do? That person tries to sell away properties. For example, if I get under debt of 10 lakh rupees and if I have a piece of land somewhere, I'll just try to find someone who buys my piece of land. तो अगर आपके पास कर्जा चढ़ गया है तो आप कोशिश करते हो कि आप कोई चीज बेचकर कर्जा उतार लो। लेकिन बेकन कहते हैं कि ये जो बेचने की जो प्रोसेस है, ये हेस्टी यानी जल्दबाजी में नहीं होनी चाहिए। वन शुड नॉट बी टू क्विक टू सेल थिंग्स। Then Bacon says that hasty selling is very disadvantageous. Selling things hastily to come out of debt is disadvantageous. How? Because when you sell anything hastily, you get paid less than what you deserve. People exploit desperate sellers. What is the meaning of this point? That when you go on try to sell things very quickly, when you are very desperate, that sir, please buy my piece of land, I just want to come out of debt, please buy it, I don't want to talk a lot of about it, I can't wait for this to be sold away. Then what happens? The person who is buying your piece of land, who is buying your possession, that person would recognize that you are desperate to do so. So even if your possession is worth rupees 12 lakhs, that person will give you only 10 lakhs. अगर आपसे खरीदार को समझ में आ गया कि आप जल्दबाजी में चीज बेच रहे हैं, आप बड़े डेस्परेट हैं चीज को बेचने के लिए, तो खरीदार आपको एक्सप्लॉइट कर लेगा। जितनी कीमत आपकी वस्तु की लगती है, जो चीज अगर मान लीजिए वो चीज 10 लाख रुपए में बिकनी थी, तो वो आपको सिर्फ 8 लाख रुपए देगा उसके। दैट्स वाई यू शुड नॉट बी हेस्टी इन सेलिंग अवे प्रॉपर्टी. Next, he says that when you sell hastily, you quickly come out of debt, thus you get relieved and do not learn from your lesson. Do not learn your lesson. Later, again you indulge into that bad habit and then you again get into debt. इसका क्या मतलब है? That when you sell away things very quickly, then you come out of your debt, your worrisome situation very quickly. Then what happens? You are relieved very quickly. Then you do not learn your lesson. आपको समझ ही नहीं आता कि आपको गैम्बलिंग नहीं करनी चाहिए थी। अगर आपके ऊपर कर्जे का 3-4-5 महीने 1 साल तक दबाव नहीं बना रहा, अगर आप टेंशन में नहीं रहे, अगर आपकी रातों की नींद खराब नहीं हुई, तो आपको आपका लेसन यानी जो सीख मिली थी कि जुआ नहीं खेलना है, कि गलत बिजनेस में हाथ नहीं डालना है, कि बिजनेस में जल्दबाजी में पैसा नहीं लगाना है, आपको ये सीख ही नहीं मिलेगी। आप फिर से कुछ समय बाद उसी चीज में हाथ डाल देंगे और पैसा डुबो बैठेंगे और फिर वापस से आप कर्जे में आ जाएंगे। सो बेकन सेज दैट देयर आर दीज टू disadvantages of selling things hastily. Next, we'll have a summary of this chapter quickly. We'll not spend much time. The first point is that expenses are of two types, ordinary and extraordinary. Extraordinary expenses should be done only for country and God. Ordinary expenses must be done in the limits of income. Next point is it is always wise to save money. You should always try to save money if you want to become if you want to be financially stable, if you want to remain at the same state where you are right now. Start spending only half of your money and save half of it. In this way you will be financially safe. If you want to become rich, spend only 1/3 of your income. Do not spend more than that. Save 2/3 of your income. In this way you will become rich. If you want to and you should check your accounts regularly to take care of your money. You should check your accounts. Some people are shy of checking their accounts because they are afraid. They should try to make themselves strong. If you are very fearful that your account does not have enough money and if you will open it you will suffer a lot of pain, then try to become mentally strong. Do not let your fear overtake you. Just check your account. Next point is some people do not actually have the time to check account. They should hire loyal employees for this. Some people actually have vast businesses and they cannot sit at their accounts regularly, so they should hire people for doing that. But those people should be loyal. You should save your money from your servants also. Ask your servants to render accounts of expenditure and expect them to spend less than estimated. Do not trust your servants blindly. If you are giving them 1,000 rupees, just make sure that they do not spend more than 800. And you should change servants regularly. The newer servants are very timid. They are nervous. They will not deceive you. As a servant grows older, grows experienced in your house, that person will try to fool you and will try to exploit your money. Last point is hasty selling is disadvantageous. If you want to quickly sell away your things, then you are going to have two consequences. First is that when you sell your possession quickly, you come out of debt. You never to come out of debt, you get less than deserved. If you will try to be desperate, if you are desperate in front of the buyer, then the buyer will not give you the worth of the money that you deserve. And lastly, when you sell things quickly and come out of debt quickly, you don't learn your lesson, and ultimately you do the same mistake again, and then you land up into debt again. So in this way, I have concluded this chapter. Thank you.